Hi BookTube, it's Peg. I am back at the History Shelf. It is Sunday, and this is going to be a just a little catch-up video. It's been over a week since my last video. A lot's been going on, and I've got a little hodgepodge of things here that I want to show you. So I'm just going to call this video a Sunday Miscellany. Um, the beautiful thing about this channel is that I've gotten to know a lot of you guys. Just through the comments and on Voxer, and I know a lot of you by first name. So this video might be more for you guys. It's just a little bit more about, my non-bookish life. I will have at least one book I'm just going to show in this video. It won't be a long video, but I just had things that I didn't think would fit into a book haul video or a book review video. So I'm just going to keep these things separate. First item will be the book. We actually have this book, and as you all know, Friday was a dark day. Yeah. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a very one-of-a-kind woman, an inspiration to millions, passed away, and it was very dark in this household, wouldn't you say? And by the way, Martine is in attendance today.
Hi guys.
She says hi guys. But we decided we were going to, honor her legacy. There were many discussions about emigrating and leaving the country.
I would be laughing. We're not laughing. John thought I was joking. I'm not joking.
She's not joking, but wait, we decided we were going to stay and fight. Right?
Yep.
Because of this lady. And I have bought this book for Martine for Christmas, and I haven't read it, and I am sorry to say that I don't know as much about her judicial or just her overall career as I should. So I'm going to educate myself on that and read her book, My Own Words, by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Second woman to sit on the Supreme Court. That's pretty important. And I think, Martine, you're still considering getting a tattoo, yes?
I am.
She's going to get the tattoo. It's going to look pretty dope. I won't say what it is just yet, but unless you want to say.
Nope.
Nope. All right. So anyway, we, this book has an additional, and Martine has this on audiobook as well, so I might just read the physical book, because I'm not an audiobook listener too much, but she likes audiobooks, so we will listen to that. What else is going on? It was a scary week. We had the Hurricane Sally roll through, and it actually rolled right over where my mom and my uncle live in Alabama. They live in a tiny little town just outside of Gulf Shores, Alabama. They were fine, thank goodness, but they had a 200-foot pine tree that could have swayed one way and landed on the house, but instead swayed the other and fell in the bayou that they live on. So of course, they lost power. They still don't have power. Yeah, and then some other scary stuff happened, but it's just, I know all you guys are feeling it too. It's just, I don't know what the hell is going on with this year, and with Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing, it's just like a tumultuous, chaotic, horrible, violent time as I just foresee going to get worse. But you know what? I'm a person of faith, and I'm going to hang on to my faith, and that I'm hoping and praying for better days. So you just have to keep plugging away. And I'm grateful, so grateful that my mom and my uncle are okay, and I'm praying that their power returns soon. And to all of the people in that area that were just really just devastated, that whole area. I've been there, so I've seen the storm surge, and I can only imagine, what kind of cleanup that's going to entail. So, I haven't been making videos. I've just had my mind elsewhere. So after the Friday news and everyone was freaking out on TV, we just decided, what really matters in life? It's the people you love. I was going to say the people you love.
Well, that's a close second.
And Martine says ice cream.
Chocolate.
Ice cream, and people you love. Not necessarily in that, not particular order, but so we decided we were just gonna go out and get some junk food, And I had just days before I had ordered this movie because I realized it was on Blu-ray, and it was one of my favorite. See, here's a little thing about me, in case you don't already know. Love cheesy, not even cheesy, but like 80s horror movies or late 70s horror movies or scary movies, monster features, whatever. I'm a fan of horror movies, right? So I grew up with this movie, and I just thought it was the most badass movie ever. And they had this on Blu-ray for a double feature, so I already had it, and I said, let's eat junk food and turn off the news and watch this movie. And we did, and you know what? We had a great time, didn't we?
We did, and we made several jokes that can't be repeated here.
We did. They were really, really funny.
And inappropriate.
And inappropriate. All right, so I'm just going to share with you this little cheesy movie that we saw. How many of you guys out there, my generation, remember that? Not this one. This movie, Nightwing. I love this movie. It had Nick Mancuso in it, David Warner. What was that other guy? The guy who played Walker Chi, Gabriel Macht.
Yeah.
Macht. Was it Gabriel? Or
Yeah.
Stephen Macht.
Stephen Macht, father of Gabriel.
Stephen Macht, father of Gabriel Macht, and I'm sure for a lot of you, you don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But Nick Mancuso back in the day was a little bit of a, I don't know, I think he was playing a lot of detective movies and stuff, but
yeah.
he plays a Native American sheriff, and just look at this like exploitation type of cover. This woman getting her clothes ripped off by bats. It really is a good movie. In fact, I learned later from Martine that Quentin Tarantino talked about this movie. And I felt like I was ahead, right? I felt like I was ahead of the pack.
A cult resurgence.
It has a cult following and a cult resurgence. Nightwing. So check it out. It was gosh, when was this movie made? 79. So maybe 1970. Yeah, 1979. Yeah. And I had this movie ages ago, recorded on VHS. I loved it. So it's 1979. I was 7. So actually, it's probably 8 or 9 by the time it got around to cable, and I just watched it and would just continue to watch it every time it was on. I loved it. And Nick Mancuso, very handsome man.
Oh, God. Can I just say, guys, over this past weekend, we have a very good-looking neighbor, who is not the bad neighbor. He's the good neighbor. And Peggy has somehow morphed into Aunt Peggy, what did I say?
From Tampa.
From Tampa, the spinster
aunt
from Tampa.
I did.
Because she's like, I just don't know why he's single. He's such a good-looking
He's
man.
A very eligible young man.
He's a good-looking young
He's
man.
a tall guy. He's tall. I think he's going off four-wheeling, and he's very polite. That matters to the old spinster ladies. He's a very polite, well-mannered young man, tall.
You are just sounding like 70 years old.
I sound 70 years old.
Yeah.
You know what? I appreciate nice people, and he's a nice guy and a very thoughtful neighbor.
He can
so
also
whatever.
reach things that we can't.
And he can reach things that we can't. So anyway, but yeah, Nightwing. So that we actually ended up watching this stupid movie after it, Shadow of the Hawk. This has Jan Michael Vincent, who Martine said used to be a handsome man. See? But then he turned to drink, and I guess he looks horrible now. I don't know.
No, honey, he's dead now. But so he does look horrible now. But towards the end of his life, like he had lost a leg, and
Jan Michael Vincent lost a leg.
Yeah, man, he went out he went down a rough road.
Yeah, he went out with a leg bang. Ooh.
I don't think you meant to say that.
That was not good.
No.
Okay, Jan Michael Vincent.
That back.
He was a very handsome man as well, but I liked Nick Mancuso better. Nightwing. If you guys can get your hands on it somewhere, this was $8.99, and I bought it only for Nightwing. And it was, and they had restored it, or what do you call it? Restored? Yeah, restored it to HD.
I would say it's at $3.99.
Listen, I love this movie, and she enjoyed it too. David Warner, who's always been in a ton of the old creature feet, The Omen. I mean, he's been in, but he's been in a ton of different BBC and also American films as in scary stuff. So what was I going to say? But I'm trying to say that it was restored, so I couldn't get over how I was expecting a really grainy, film that I remembered watching on VHS with the tracking lines, The quality was great, and I'm going to watch this again and again because I love
And we're going to go
Nightwing.
to the ruins that.
The Ruins, yeah. Martine and I, again, this is for all my friends out there on. The new viewers might be like, "Who are you? What are you talking about?" We want to go to the Anasazi ruins at the Four Corners, the cliff dwellings. That's one of my bucket list things to do in life, along with going to Gettysburg. So once we can figure out what to do with our dogs,
They'll be fine. We'll just leave them here. They'll be fine. It'll be like.
We need a trustworthy dog sitter.
It'll be fine. Goldie will win.
My last time I left my dogs, this is what happened. True story. I went to Glenwood Springs with my sister and my aunt and my cousin. We left Gidget and Goldie, and this was before Martine moved out here. Okay.
I heard about this.
So Boomer wasn't around.
Yeah.
Gidget and Goldie, we left with Dave, my brother-in-law. She's been to they both been to their house. They know the house. They know Dave.
Yeah.
But they've never really been away from me. They've had Christine, my sister, dog sit for them when I would have to travel for work for like a week or a long weekend for conferences. So she would come over. My sister would actually come over to my townhome that used to be her townhome, but I bought it from her. And she would stay here because it would be easier for her, just to sleep here and then get up and go to work and come home. So the dogs love Chris. That's Auntie Chris, so they know Chris. Poor Dave. I mean, he loves animals. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but Dave's of the opinion that a dog isn't a dog unless it's big enough to jump into a truck by itself. Right. That's his standard.
Well, but he's still very sweet with the girls, aren't you, Dave?
But he's not as are you?
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a toy dog person, So anyway. But he's sweet with them, and so I left them for a weekend, and I swear to you, I left, and Gidget had she had just a little speckle of gray hair on the top of her head. She has like brown, black fur, but little speckles of gray. I am not kidding. 2 days later, I came back. She had a skull cap of like white. Starting to form on the top of her head. I said, "Where did this come from? And what happened while I was gone?" And he said, "Oh, they were just, Goldie never left the guest bedroom. She'd come out she wouldn't even go outside. She'd pee on the puppy pads. And I'm pretty sure she made a mess on their floor, but they were too nice to tell me. Little shits."
But they were never allowed back to the house.
They were never allowed back to the house. And Gidget just basically didn't know what to do because they have never slept by themselves before. See, they cannot sleep on Dave's bed. So they had to sleep in the guest bedroom. And I guess that was traumatic because I wasn't there. Christine wasn't there. So anyway, I don't know how we got on that story. Oh yeah, finding dog sitters. Trying to go on a trip to the Anasazi ruins. Like, I want to travel. I want to rent a nice RV until I can afford to buy one. Will that ever happen? No. We'll see. But I want to go camping, and I want to tour some of the historic places out west that I've always wanted to go to. And that's a goal, and we're trying to figure this out. Nothing's going to happen until we get through this year, I'm certain, because it just seems like this year is, if we can just survive through an election and then through Christmas, I will be happy. I will be happy. Watching cheesy movies takes my mind off things for a while. Nightwing, guys, check it out. It's about vampire bats. It is the boss. It is awesome sauce.
You know what? It's
I loved it.
It's a movie.
Stop it. Stop it. All right, well, we're going to move on to art. Like a very like a real movie, right? Yeah. Like classic. So, Martine heard about this movie. When did it come out? Last year. It's French. Rave reviews everywhere. And just based off of the reviews itself, Martine got a Criterion Collection Blu-ray of it. And this is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And we watched it last night, and oh my gosh. This is what cinema is all about, right? Every scene was filmed almost as a portrait, which was the goal of the director. Or a painting. Yeah. And it's a love story set in the late 18th century, in France, of course, and between two women. One is a painter who is contracted to come out and paint a portrait of a young lady who needs to send the portrait off to a man that she might be getting married to. He wants to see what she looks like, so they need a portrait painted. And every painter that has come out to paint her, she refuses to sit for it because, she's kind of rebelling. She does not want this marriage anyway. So it's a beautiful, beautifully told love story. And you've heard a lot about in cinema about the male gaze. Well, this one is purely the female gaze, and it not only looks at a love story, it looks at how like females together can come across class divisions, like bridge class divisions. There's like a house servant or a maid in this story, and she's just a delightful character as well. Really, the only two times that you see a man is in the very beginning, right, on the boat, and then at the end. And it's just, but you don't really, I think men would enjoy it too if they're looking for, just, well, I think these are human values. I think love is a human value, and you can appreciate a love story. You can appreciate the cinematography, the use of color in the shots were amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful movie, and of course, obviously subtitled, and just gorgeous. I mean, so this was, I wanted to share this with you guys, and I know, we both did, because it was just like, wow. So if more of you guys can like find this, rent this, I think you would enjoy it. If you enjoy,
it's definitely better than that other.
It's definitely better than Nightwing.
Yes.
Okay. They're on two different levels. Look, you want to go for serious cinema, and then you want to just like, be a zombie for an hour and a half and be like, eating the Cheetos, whatever.
Story. It's very romantic.
It's very romantic. Very romantic, not exploitative in any way. And again, it very, very much relies on the use of the female gaze, which you rarely see in cinema. And it was a very beautiful thing, very understated. What else? We got about 17-minute video going on. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys history list, man. The history list, I'm going to link them again below because they're just great. I've got 2 t-shirts from them. They make wonderful history-themed apparel, mostly t-shirts and stuff. But they make other things too. And I'm not wearing it because I wanted to show you the back of it, and it's easier to do just holding it up. But this is my latest shirt from the history list. The great folks at the history list. And I just saw another new shirt they made. It's got like a lighthouse, and it says 1 if by sea, 2 if by ship, or something like that. You know the phrase. Right. But anyway, this one really fits me because, I love my military history. So it's got, the front is just big H, right? Nice army green color. And then the back, it says history majors, battles and wars, and it's got the crossed cannons. So I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So again, they keep making really great new designs, and I just love it. So it's from History List, folks. Check them out. I'll link their, if you're interested, check out the link below. So that came in the mail. What else before I wrap it up? And I'm going to make another video here shortly too, guys. Just wanted to let you know that I'm still alive and kicking out here.
We're going through cheesy 80s horror movies.
Yes.
In preparation for Halloween.
Please, I would love to hear from you guys below. How many of you guys love Halloween? Love October? Do you love October for the, I love it for fall. I cannot wait for the cooler weather here. We had the snow after Labor Day, and then it just went right back up into the high 80s. Got the air conditioning on, but love October for fall. Love October for, I know a lot of people are happy that football's back. But we love it too for the nonstop cheesy horror movies.
Which Peggy knows throughout, like backwards.
I know these movies backwards and forwards,
Yeah,
folks. I
that's
mean, I grew up with them and I love them. How many of you guys love the cheesy 80s, even 90s? I mean, I'm a big Scream fan. I mean, seen them all. Apparently they're making a 5th one, right?
Scream? Yeah.
With Neve Campbell.
Yeah, who's gonna bite it in the first 3
Oh
minutes?
God, I don't want her to bite it. She's supposed to be the last survivor. What?
Maybe she'll end up being the killer.
Well,
At
after
this point, can you blame her?
no, I can't, because 4 years. I mean, four movies. She can't get on with her life, and she's already in her late 40s and 50s. She's like, forget it. I was this young, nubile
Well, it's Nev Campbell. She still can get it. I mean, come on.
Well, Nev Campbell, she's awesome. But anyway, love 80s, like, and I love 70s horror movies too. We've been watching a lot of old stuff too from like England, like
Hammer House of Horror, bitches.
Hammer House of Horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, we've been going through a lot of those movies. We've been using Sling because we canceled our cable, but we do have a free month. We just added a free month of what? Showtime Stars Epics.
Yeah.
So we've got access to a bunch of new movies just for a month. And again, I'm telling you guys because, you know, movies are a little bit of an escape right now. And I've been reading so much that my eyes are like, I need an eye exam. You guys, my eyes are really getting messed up. So when I need a break from reading, we're going for movies. And let's see, we need to watch, well, you did already. Terminator Dark Fate.
I liked it.
She liked it. I'm going to watch it.
I watched Judy with Renee
Judy
Zellweger,
with Renee Zellweger.
which is
Not really
depressing as crap.
not my cup of tea. New series on HBO.
Oh yeah.
Raised by Wolves. 2 episodes in, and I am just like, wow. Ridley Scott, he can do no wrong. He just cannot. I really like. It's different, and it's interesting and original to me.
And there's a Dublin actress in there.
A Dublin actress.
And one of the guys from Vikings.
Yes, the guy who played Ragnar in Vikings, the show Vikings, is in it. So we'll continue watching that. So yeah, I think we're covering just, again, this is a miscellaneous video, just to kind of cover a bunch of things I wanted to say and talk about movies, talk about my shirt.
We're eating our pain.
We're eating our pain,
We're
number
eating
one.
Our stress.
Eating our stress.
We're eating our frustration. We're eating everything.
And we need to stop.
And we need new pants.
Well, at some point we have to stop. We'll see when that is. But anyway, guys, chime in below. Let me know how everyone's doing. I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to make another video or two today. Let's just try to make up for the dearth of BookTube videos. I've just been living life, and life has been kind of kicking us in the ass lately. Yeah. The whole country, really.
And I won't be in the other video, so...
Oh, so this was your okay.
Yeah, so sorry. So
Martine has other things to do.
Watch the other ones, guys. Sorry for chatting through this.
I think they were missing you. I think people were wondering, hey, are they still together?
No, I think they were like, oh, I forgot she's like this.
No.
Yeah.
People love Martine. People want to see you on camera.
No.
But that won't happen.
No. Maybe the tattoo.
Ooh, when she gets the tattoo. Yeah. I don't have tattoos. That's just a by the by.
I don't either.
And Martine doesn't either, but she feels this strongly about RBG. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I know it's been a rough week for many people, most of the country, and just letting you guys know that we're right there with you, feeling it with you. Hang on to hope. That's all I can say.
And watch crappy movies.
Nightwing. And then watch really good movies. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Awesome movie.
How much was this Criterion collection?
It was about $35.
Woo! Well, it's $35, but they can probably rent it maybe on Amazon or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Criterion is worth it.
Criterion has the extra bonus interviews and stuff like that. But wow, that movie was a wonderful movie to escape into. So I was very happy that we watched that last night. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Any last words from you, Martine?
No, just hang in there, guys.
Hang in there. We will get through this together and just fight the good fight.
That's right.
All right.
Fight till you can't fight anymore.
That's right. And that's what we're going to do. Until next time, and very soon, I will talk to you again. And Martine will make an appearance at some point. Maybe. She likes to tease everybody. She likes to dangle that carrot, you know. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk soon. Have a great Sunday.
Peace out.
Bye.